So here it is, the mask of control. Finally! Now I am a Super Saiyan! Ha 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 ha!
What you are watching is a video I made in 2016 called Umarak Goes Super Saiyan. It was the first stop motion I had made in a while, and it garnered a mixed response. 2 likes, but 2 dislikes. It didn't matter the response, it was me trying to get back onto the saddle of stop motion. See, I've made stop motions intermittently since 2013 on my 3DS. Over time I'd learned new skills like basic composition, voice and sound effects, and the frame rate was very slowly ticking up. This is Team YR, the second most viewed video on the Umarak channel at 22,000 views. It's stilted, and I never did that.
To be continued.
You can faintly hear over the sounds of royalty-free Lego music. This was the start of a foray into story-based stop-motion, something I somewhat continued in future animations. Then, for over a year, I stagnated. Fast forward back to 2016. And only 3 days after Umarak Goes Super Saiyan, the biggest mistake I've ever made occurred. Hello, and welcome to something new. Welcome to the Creativity Vault. What is this? Basically, I have too damn many stories and ideas, but never enough time, effort, resources, or all of the above. Instead of leaving these ideas to be left to rot in the corner of my brain for the foreseeable future, I figured it'd be better if they were dragged kicking and screaming into what can only be described as a low-budget retrospective. Alright, this is Yuxart. He's got a few notable details: skull mask, dark blue, silver and gold colours, gun shoulders, and blue icy swords. He's the main character of the titular Yuxart story, and also Wasteland, another project I made. Today's video is on the flaws these two series? You get the point. The flaws they had. But first, no, at time, I do not have any ads because I have like 20 subscribers. Plot summary! Since I don't want to go back to watch the videos, so why should you? This is gonna go quick, so don't blink. Episode 1, less buff Yuxart fights a drone, wins, gets torn to shreds by the greatest voice acting.
Wait, that hurts! Get off me!
And is then found by Stringer and Nex. Episode 2, COPPA-PROOFING gets kidnapped and they shoot the green robot instead of the red one. Racists. Anyways, they punch the green robot so hard it becomes sentient and joins them. Episode 3, Yuxart is hired by the Toa to go on a solo adventure, while Stringer, Nex, and the green drone calling itself Liam fights T0M and Justin. I am on a roll with these names. Episode 4, filler in a filler show. Yuxart goes through a portal and fights a dragon, and that's it. Episode 5, Yuxart and the stupid crew get their asses kicked by a
weird-looking chunky drone.
and then they let him go to take Onua to where the other Toa are hidden. And then he takes Onua in general. Meanwhile, Assassin Squad try to get some cool parts in exchange for killing a dragon. Oh wait, that's the creature from episode 4. Yeah, episode 6. Yuxart has nightmares, then gets chucked into a koto, beats the living hell out of all Umarak the Destroyer, then panics about Akimu, foreshadowing, and then the Assassin Squad climb a mountain, and find Verno, aka the excuse to write Stringer and Nex out of the story. Yeah, oh god, frick it, a cliffhanger? Episode 7. Yuxart and Liam beat Umarak, Assassin Squad kill the drones, then leave and find out Verno needs to get to Stringer and Nex. The drones reassemble and oh, thank god, Yuxart is dead. Oh, no, he's just melting. Oh, he's just a lump. Okay, it's exposition time. Episode 8, exposition galore. What, Yuxart's a freak? No, now he's a mech builder? No, he's dead? No? And this is his 4th body with the... Episode 9. To summarize this one...
I found you! Faker! Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh. You're not even good enough to be
I'll
my
make you eat those words!
Then he kills the fake, and the main villain in the dark room kills the fake as well? I don't know, he melts here and then he's here as well, which implies that he doesn't need this piece that makes him melt. I guess taking it out just temporarily kills him. Bit of a weird flex. Episode 10. The Hero Factory characters are unceremoniously written out of the story, and the only good joke of the entire show is here.
No, I'd rather sit here and die. Thanks for asking.
The not Yuxart cast return to the Toa fighting the corrupted Toa, then save the Toa from the corrupted Toa because the corrupted Toa are apparently too powerful for the Toa, but not too powerful for like 3 random dudes? I don't know, the math isn't adding up here. Photo is implied to return, but he never does. Main villain finally shows up and nope, just another dark room. Holy crap, a light source! Episode 11. Yuxart kills everyone. It's like, it was Yuxart's body being piloted by the main villain. Remember how he can detach himself from that body? Yeah, it's a thing he can do. Meanwhile, Lumsar is sitting around doing jack squat talking to the bad guys of... the bad guys of Bionicle. For some reason they're not like bad, they're just sort of misunderstood bad, because of all the characters that needed redemption, it was these guys. Anyways, Yuxart Mark 1 is brought back, fight scene, blah blah blah, all the side characters show up, blah blah blah, Yuxart dies. Yuxart dies? Yuxart dies, Pog! Pog! And that's the summary. What were the problems? Well... we'll start with the smallest problem, the voices. The way that these were done was single take, and boy does it show. The character voices are inconsistent. Which one of these guys is British? Who has the higher voice? Who... you get the point. The second problem is also quite surface level. The animation is... well, this is 3 frames per second, a little lower than the stop motion standards of 12 and 20 War 4. Why exactly? Oh, probably the episode per day system. Yep, that'll do it for you. Now on to the biggest problem, there is no scripting for any of these episodes. It is simply, what looks cool, and can I be bothered to do it? That meant that, episode to episode, despite being a serialized story, it played more episodically than anything. This is why Photo can show up here, and here, but then in both Story and Wasteland, just sort of vanish. And when you're only dealing with memory, details like this are forgotten. Another big issue comes in episode 6. It's this weird half and half thing I seem to do, where some shots are filmed in stop motion, and other in video. This was because I'd been watching Bionic Tem, and Bionic Tem stuff was coming out about the same speed as mine, but to a way higher quality. Who would have thought that it actually had something to do with the fact that Bionic Tem was a more skilled filmmaker, but we're not talking about Bionic Tem, we're talking about me. Bionic Tem, if you're listening, I can always do a video, just slide me a 20. Anyways, calling this stop motion is pathetic. The only thing it solves with this half and half system is character falling and movement. Had it only been used for this, like it is in Adventures of Tech, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But nope, it makes up more than half the videos. Calling this stop motion is just wrong. Finally, the set design. Well, obvious plates, the box of toy cars, 3DS cases used as tables, although that last one's actually fine if I bothered to cover it up with paper or decorate it to make it look less like that. This is all fine, and you see me arguably progressing with each stop motion, but the short time I'd taken on each one meant the progression was pretty hard to find. Also, I recorded on an iPad when I had a phone of the same recording quality. I don't know, it's... Here's where things get... messy. See, after Yuxart's story, I stumbled. I wanted to keep going, but, if I didn't plan out a first season, what makes you think I'd plan out a second? There's this weird shifters video. That's a thing, but the big thing would have been Yuxart reactivated. Problem is, it only has 2 episodes. A trailer, and a first episode. From what I can infer from past Ewan's idea, it would have seen the original 4 gaining new Transformers-like abilities, possibly carry over from the Shifters concept, and going up against Makuta himself. Oh, and Photo might have been there too. Not sure, but whatever the case, let's get a look at the first and only episode. Oh snap, Set design? Actual set design? Props? The lighting's taken a tank, but what? Actual set design in some form of cohesive plot. This is amazing. Oh. Crap. Wow. So, Pastor Ewan, why did you cancel it?
There's some big changes coming up in my life soon.
Okay, fair. That's a...
And I will be making a new series called Bionicle Battle.
Wait, no. Did you seriously just cancel a series? Only to bring in a new thing that you've got no audience for? What the f... Anyways, only a month later, Wasteland came out. A somewhat decent animation. Well done, me. Then Assassins. Wow. 2 good, non-serialized, heavy stop motions. Oh no. So Wasteland was the newest series on Pastor Ewan's Stupidity Planet, but okay, what's Wasteland about? Okay, lightning round plot summary, here we go. Yuxart and new friend annoy Makuta. Tom and Justin straight up kill Akimu. Yuxart and new friend jump the border to get out of Stoneland. Liam's back. He monologues about how Makuta bad. New friend finally gets a name, it's XJ. Now she's orange! Also, wait, Ewan. The entire reason XJ beeps is because you didn't want to do a girl's voice, but you just voiced Gally. What the Episode 5? Justin straight up murders Yuxart? Makuta just grabs the body and leaves? Episode 6? Lumpsart returns, kills 2 people, and steals back his own body using one humunga arm. Maybe you should find a different hobby for quarantine, buddy. Episode 7. Instead of telling the team he's alive, he teams up with the Toa to kill Makuta. This is part of a recurring thing with him this time. Then everyone shows up to save Makuta after Yuxart beats him in a wrestling match? I don't know what this fight scene is either. Episode 8. Like Episode 7, but they kill Makuta. Episode 9. Gali's the now leader of Akoto. Oh, that was democratic. Blah blah. Yuxart talks about feelings. Pfft, nerd. Wait, T0M is evil now? What an unexpected twist. There was no build-up or character attachment. Seriously, we've known him for like 3 episodes. Seriously, you need to give him some more build-up to this. He's just gone from good guy to bad. Episode 10. Tom gets caught by Justin, jumps into a vat of parts to become Kicker Tom. Kicks everyone into the next room, just to try and get Yuxart's gun, which, like, dude, you could have just paid him or stolen it. Yuxart logically turns the gun into a bomb by taking a tiny piece of it, blowing up Gigatom. Oh, that was a lot faster than... Oh god, no! 6 more episodes! Episode 11, the gang go through a teleporter to tell stories to pass the time. Exposition episode. All we learned was that Yuxart was a celebrity on Mark II. Mark III of Yuxart's body was intentionally kept dark. Episode 12 was more of the same. It's literally a 2-parter. Justin questions why Tom was a bad guy. Wow, Justin's the only seemingly sane one who understands how bad of a plot this... Yeah, episode 13. Yuxart runs away again. He enters some dumb tournament, then they lose. What an idiot. And then they find out about the Mask of Fates. Episode 14. Yuxart dies and meets the literal gods. Episode 15. Yuxart finds out he was supposed to run into Makuta, not Akiro. He would have been a Toa, yeah! And then he machete fights some Bionic Tem lookalike. He straight up kills the dude. And the gods go, bro, what? And he goes, crawling in my skin! And then he gets the mask. Goes home. Passes out. Episode 16. Yuxart runs away again, while the guy he shot last time is beating up a psychic short guy. They stop tawling McShot in the stomach, and little psychic dude takes him to his base. An oddly industrial complex. Uh-oh. It's actually a lab where Justin and Tom were experimenting on. Wow, that would have been nice to know a little earlier. Boy, this could have had some neat moments if the viewer knew about it. Maybe if anything was scripted, or Tom was actually infested by TBY, the parasite from Season 1, for the entirety of Wasteland. And then Yuxart bombed him in Episode 10, which freed him? Problem is, TBY hitched a ride on the little dude and ran off. Tom is now alive and tracking the parasite, and so Yuxart goes to help, completing his arc of realizing he shouldn't be a bad person. Honestly, it was still faster than the Bible. They go to stop Parasite McGee, and he keeps growing. Then, through the power of friendship, they kick him to the curb. Then, through the power of MacGuffins, he gets the Mask of Fates, giving him unlimited power. Then he becomes Makuta, so they kill him. Easy boss phase, am I right? Then he becomes True Ultra Super Mega Final Form! So Yuxart picks him up, tells Justin to get all the guns, and fire at once, vaporizing TBY and leaving Yuxart to melt. Then, through the power of MacGuffins, or more accurately, the gods realizing bullying a living being like they did in episode 14 was a bad idea, is revived. That's the end of the plot. But wait, no, there's also these episodes from an unused second plot idea. Yeah, I long story short, had no clue what to do before final episode 16, so I ended up making a different episode 16 and 17 before I knew what I wanted to do. And it would have involved the gods splitting into two entities and mine controlling 50% of the world each, to fight each other. Yuxart would have had the chance to save the world with a T0M arc of redemption. Redemption arc, that's the word. But no. Oh, what? A third unused plot idea that would have seen Yuxart being found by his old Mark III buddy and put back into a life of crime? Yeah, no. Okay, the animation is slightly better. Voices are more consistent, yes. Heck, the set design and camera work is better. No more of that pesky half and half. But this series has its own problems. Mainly in the form of episodes that have obvious plot holes and unexplored concepts. Episode 1. Why is Makuta here? Episode 5. Justin straight up shoots Yuxart and this is never mentioned again. This could have made an amazing plot point. Like, Yuxart, do you trust me? No, you shot me. Yuxart, you have to trust me. Okay, but you still shot me. Justin, do you trust me? What? On my signal, shoot! Boom! That would have made awesome for episode 16. But no. And also, this neglects the bigger issues. The big guy, the
Little weapon.
he shows up, disappears, is seemingly used by T0M in the Gigatom, then becomes this guy? Then he's just evil? Also, how did Gigatom survive that blast? Why was the just-in-Tom experiment thing not mentioned sooner? What even was Yuxart's Mark II celebrity phase? And why was Tom there? And this, my dear viewers, where was Photo? It could have been an interesting plot point, but no, Photo got thrown to the curb. Writing is one thing. It's not the end of the world to have a spaghetti plot, or no real plot at all. The biggest problem stares you in the face from episode 1 of Yuxart's story. The characters. The characters and the characterization are the biggest problems of the Yuxart duology. For example, what is Liam's character? He's a memer. Eats spicy goodness like a... Okay, no. TBY, he's generic evil guy who sits in the shadows. Wait, no, he's a cannibal? Wait, no, he's a drone? Wait, no, he's a parasite? Okay, wow, that was rough. Stringer and X, which one's the smart one? Uh-oh. Tom and Justin, who's the smart one, who's the dumb one? Uh-oh. XJ, what's her personality? She literally just beeps! And by far, the biggest offender of the personalities list is Yuxart himself. He's selfish, arrogant, unlikable, and impulsive. He seemingly uses whatever excuses he wants to do whatever he wants, and how everyone sees him as cool is a miracle. He runs away multiple times. He doesn't show remorse for his actions. Heck, he ticks all the boxes to be a Mary/Gary Sue. Google it if you don't get it. He's what? It's like the Yuxart universe orbits him. Heck, it does. There's only 2 episodes with almost no Yuxart. Story 10 and Wasteland 2. Almost every other episode features Yuxart as the main focus. This Yuxart linear story means there's no room for character development. No room for the viewer to get attached to any of the characters because it's just the world seen through Yuxart's eyes. If you were to focus on character interactions, chart them maybe, it'd look like this. Notice how Yuxart and the main villain don't even interact for most of it. And yet the villain is supposed to be this big bad? He doesn't do anything. He rips off Yuxart's limbs and that's about it. Then he just comes back. No introduction in the episode 16 of Wasteland. That's the biggest issue with both series. No build-up. Story for the sake of story. Could I rewrite the plot? Fix it? Yeah, totally. But am I going to? No. At the end of the day, to rewrite Yuxart would be to give the failure another chance. The biggest issue of Yuxart is... Yuxart. His personality. He's a terrible personality. He's a terrible person. He runs away from his problems, doesn't even hesitate to kill when he's given an excuse. And it's just really rude. If you want to rewrite Yuxart, replace Yuxart. That's exactly what I did. This is Proto. He's a superior story I tried to introduce in 2019. But like I said at the start of the video, I've never had enough time, effort, resources, or all the above. Hey, thanks for watching. This video was fully written about 2 weeks ago, and then it took me a week to edit, and in the middle of that, there was a heat wave. I almost completely lost passion on this project. Point being, it's here, it's done, and I'm going back to sleep. See you eventually.